Good morning. So, what I wanted to talk about is what we need to be talking about is depression. I don't know if you guys read the paper, but on in yesterday's paper, it was about this young lady. She had committed suicide. She was only 14 and she went to Hepzibah Middle School. And I just think that, it is just so unfortunate and so sad that these kids are committing suicide. Depression is real, and I'm going to be transparent with myself. Not only is depression real, if you had a baby, postpartum depression is real, because I had that. I had postpartum depression after I had Darian. It's just so many things that can go on, with having depression. We as parents, we just have to be so observant with our children, and not only that, to speak over our children and to speak life in them. When we was going to school, it's different from the kids that go to school now, because I was picked on, but we still became friends at the end. These kids that go to school now, majority of the time, it's just my opinion, I believe that they're being picked on because of jealous and just trying to make themselves look good. But it's just really, it's just, we got to talk about it. We have to validate our kids, like I said. And what I mean by that is telling them that, you are blessed, you are gifted, you are smart, you are beautiful, you are handsome. I would rather, it's great that it's good for your child to hear from you than someone else, because someone else can say it, but they could have an ulterior motive. You know what I'm saying? So, we have to, sit down with our kids and, even ask, is something going on in school? Let's talk, or look at their mood. Their mood could change. As far as adults, you have adults walking around that's depressed. That's things that has happened not five, but it could be 35 and 30 years ago when they was 5. Something could have happened. They could have been molested. They could have been raped. Just having a bad childhood with the parent. Not caring about them and back then, just sweep it under the rug. Don't say anything. But there's no harm in, if you need to go to therapy, to talk to somebody, to be, as Jamil said, to be on somebody's couch. It's okay. It's if you're feeling depressed, it's time to find someone that you can talk with. Get that out, because having that in can really hurt your body. And what I mean by that is just you can end up being sick. You can, just don't want to be in the world anymore. Some people can just be depressed of how life is. Life is not the way that they want it. But if you're an adult and if you feel that way, you have the power to change to change the course of how your life is. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to blame God about it, but you got to realize God gave us free will. And you have to just man up or woman up to take that responsibility and be like, okay, I'm going to take this L, but I'm going to turn it around and make it a win, and just, go after whatever it is that you want to do, whether it's opening up that business, because fear can come from depression, fear of, I don't know if I'll make it, fear of failure. You were not meant to have that. You have greatness inside of you, and it is meant for you to, to operate in that greatness that's inside of you, So let's start talking about, with depression and what's going on, and not just sweep it under the rug anymore. To have this out in the forefront. If you're not your past. You're not worthless. You're not a failure. You are great. You have greatness inside of you. You could do all things through Christ who strengthens you. If you having people, and look at your surroundings. If you have friends that's just, bringing you down, or, not even trying to go up, just doing the same thing, then maybe you need to change your circle of friends as well. Just evaluate your life, or, and just like, you know what? I do need to make some changes, and these kids, my heart just goes out to these kids, because I mean, you do have parents that just don't care, and they want that love, and they just don't know how to give that love out. All they know is hate, I mean, just imagine you in a household, and a parent or parents can just say how worthless you are and how you this and that, and then you go to school and you hear that over and over. And that's why, these kids just like, I'm just going to just end it. And that's sad, I wish we can have something, in Augusta, where we can have something for the kids to do, where they can talk about how they feel and not just have it in here. So if, any of the Augusta commissions or anybody that's, in office see this video, let's do something about that, because that's sad that this 14-year-old, committed suicide. And then it's like I said, depression is real. And, like I said, we need to talk about it. When I had postpartum depression, I end up, my mama was the one that saw it, and then we talked about it. And then I had a sister in Christ who I still talk to this day. She was able to help me as well, because she had went through it too. So, you just have to make sure you have a support system. But I just want to be the first to tell you, if nobody else said, like I said previous, that you are blessed, you are gifted, you are beautiful, you are handsome. You can go for that goal. You will be surprised at someone who is waiting to go into your business, for you to write that book. So the testimony that you give out, that person could be going through it too, and they don't feel like they're by themselves. So, let's go ahead and just start talking about this, and, stop sweeping this under the rug. You'd be surprised at what people have been through. And even if you've been married and divorced, and that could have made you depressed, let that be your testimony to talk to people, and then you can heal together, So I pray that this video opens the dialogue for that. So may you guys have a great day and a blessed day.